We are now live. Yeah, Zersky, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christopher, Deliver Survivor Manual, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed always for this. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success, man. Listen, before I even get into the action, before I even get into the vibes, before I even get into waking your third eye, you feel me? Opening up your spirit, opening up your soul to receive all this knowledge and this game and this wisdom and this understanding, so that you can walk into the elevation that you desire, the greatness that you deserve. Let me tell y'all, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for all the love and support that y'all been giving me in this channel. We growing every single day, man. Road to 500K. You feel me? Setting big dreams. We only sitting at like 135 on YouTube right now. You feel me? However, we got 24K on Instagram. We growing and tapping into today, man. This is episode 19 of the See Your Greatness podcast, day 9 of 100 days of thought-provoking questions. We're recording this a little late in the night, but you know, at the end of the day, the shine don't stop, the work don't stop, God's mission does not stop. So last podcast we talked about metamorphosis for episode 18 and how we need to go through different changes in our lives in order to really step into our potential. Just like the caterpillar has to step into its cocoon, into its shell, go into that hyperbolic time chamber, train, prepare, figure itself out, because it's about to step into a new season of itself and become a butterfly. Now it has wings. You know, now it has the ability to not only, you know, be on ground level, but now see above level. You feel me? Sky level, high level. So, you know, that was a good message that I feel like was needed, especially for me. However, I want to continue to elevate our minds, continue to find different ways and different messages that I can, you know, relay to you, so that you finally take the chance and take the faith and hop on faith of stepping into your greatness, investing in yourself so that you can see your true potential. So for episode 19, we're going to talk about be, do, have, the be, do, have principle. This is something that, again, that I've been learning from a YouTube mentor by the name of Myron Golden. I literally wake up every single day and watch a lecture on, you know, finances, a lecture on spirituality, how certain aspects of the Bible are tailored to different aspects in our lives, whether getting through depression, you know, starting in realizing that we need to mold and cultivate our own kingdom, being the king of our dome, get that, and just, you know, overall changing the perspective of how you think of current situations that you may be in, so that you are able to put your mind in a different space of understanding that you are not what people say you are not what you think you are, based off of the programming that you've been through your whole life, and how we can change and shift these programs, these paradigms, and put ourselves in just, again, a space of evolution, a space of being able to control who we are, what we want to do, and create all the things that we desire to not only help our families, ourselves elevate, but those around us who are like-minded. So today I want to talk about, again, the be, do, have principle that Mr. Myron Golden taught us earlier today. And basically it was a principle that he developed in a sense of how to succeed in anything, right? And how to increase your value, right? And understanding what, you know, increasing your value actually means. You feel me? You got financial values, you got relationship values, you have career values, right? That you stand on, that are going to help you excel in each and every one of those sectors. In this particular, he was talking about, again, personal development, and with personal development, when you work on yourself in one area of your life, it tends to trickle down into the others that you're again, attempting to grow in on your life. If you start to physically become fit, your mind starts to change in a different way, to where you start feeling like, I need to have more of a mental fitness too. I need to have more of a financial fitness too, and training in these areas to help me be well-rounded, right? That's the goal of our experience, to learn and be well-rounded in all types of different areas and sectors and things of that nature. But you don't get there without taking the moments and the time to be aware of who you are and what you're trying to accomplish, putting a definite plan, having a strong desire and things of that nature, so that you can get what your goals, your achievements, right? So the be, do, have, right? The principle of high achievement is what it's called. So be, do, have, right? He stated that the quote was, be, do, have, don't be, can't do. Be, do, have, don't be, can't do, right? So if you don't as a human being, literally taking that verbatim, like human being, you're supposed to be in action, you're supposed to be moving, you're supposed to be finding new ways to invest in yourselves and elevate yourselves. If you're not doing something, then you can't then you end up putting yourself in a mindset of saying to yourself that I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm unable to do this, I'm unable to do that, right? So if you don't be, you can't do. And if you can't do, you don't do. And if you don't do, right, you can't have. So again, it's be, do, have is the main principles. Don't be, can't do. Don't do, can't have, right? Be a little, do a little. Do a little, have a little. Be a lot, do a lot. Do a lot, have a lot. The foundation of all this is being. Again, when you are moving in a direction that you are trying to move in, so say you want to be the best podcaster, like how I want to be on the East Coast, in the world, internationally, globally, right? Say that that's a goal of mine. So I strive toward that. I push toward that. I focus on that. That's the doing a lot. That's actually following wisdom. You feel me? Taking all of the truth that you've gained after getting out of ignorance and finding knowledge, and now bringing into an understanding of like, alright, I have the truth. I understand the truth. I comprehend the truth. Now it's time to tap in with wisdom and have her help me assimilate the truth, which is put the truth into action. When you start putting the truth of you are being more than you ever thought you could be, you'll start to see yourself doing more than you ever thought you could do. And as you continue to do more than you ever thought you could do, you will have more than you ever thought you could have. But that also works in the other form of, if you be as little as you are, talking down on yourself, staying and letting fear and indecisiveness and depression overcome you, right? You'll start to do a little. You'll start to lack motivation. You'll start to sit in your sorrows and not elevate yourself and excel. And when you stop doing as much, right, or you're doing a little, you gonna have a little. That's it. Point blank, period. If you're not putting any work in, you're not going to produce fruit. You're not going to produce the currency that you want. You're not going to produce better relationships that you want. You're not going to be able to improve on new skills. It's all about action. It's all about the action. The purpose of life is to become more. Again, the purpose of life is to become more, not to become less of who you are. You're supposed to be getting wiser and wiser and wiser, not dumber and dumber, not ignorant and more ignorant. That's how people control you. That's how you start moving for someone else's objective instead of your own. What are your true desires? Is it helping people? Is it healing people? Is it getting an impactful message out to individuals? Is it you seeing that, hey, if I start becoming the best version of myself, people around me are going to want to do the exact same thing? It's a domino effect. You have to acknowledge who you are. Acknowledge who you are right now in this moment. I had to ask myself, who is Christopher Drew right now in this moment? There was a point that I was 225 pounds, 215 pounds actually. And I'm like, yo, who am I in this moment? I'm someone who snores at night. I'm someone who gets in fights with my wife because she can't sleep. And now she's getting cranky because of my snoring. I'm lazy. I don't have a lot of motivation. Right? So I had to assess who I was in that moment. And once I started assessing who I was in that moment, I started researching, okay, well, what can I do to get myself out of this situation? There's somebody that's been through this situation before. I'm sure I'm not the first person who has been overweight and feels as though like I'm worthless. Because when your physical starts to feel bad, it allows doors to open within your mind and within your spirit for demons and just negative energy to be able to leech and attack you, drive you and weigh you down. Now you're committing sin against yourself, not protecting your temple, not making your temple strong. Right? So acknowledge who you are. Aspire to be all that you can be. You have to move your needle first. Nobody can come in and move it for you. I can give you all this game and all this motivational speech each and every day. I know it's going to help if you constantly listen to the tools and the resources that I'm giving you. However, if you don't even aspire to be great or to walk in your greatness, there's nothing I can do, because it's your mind, it's your body, it's your spirit. I can only help give you a spark. You got to get that thing rolling. You got to get that thing running. Give you a little spark, a little smidget of my energy each and every day. Because I can't let my cup become less than. I don't even give people anything in my cup. I give them the overflow. You can have the overflow, because I got to constantly keep my cup full within me so that I can have the power and the energy to spill over that into you. Move toward your potential, not toward your lack of potential. You already know what that looks like. Take an assessment of yourself right now in this situation. Like, look, my this is my right now. I got a cat, right? And look what my cat does. So tomorrow I gotta take action and put these new blinds up. Because I want my environment that I'm working in, my room, you know what I'm saying, my studio, See Your Greatness studio, to look how it sounds, to sound how it looked, to be top tier, to have quality. Like, I'm upgrading each and every day. That's why I got these lights up here. You feel me? That's why I got those lights up there. That's why I took the time to have a better setup, you know, hanging pictures up, things of that nature. It's a work in progress, but we getting there. This gonna look like a whole galaxy one day. Y'all gonna see the upgrades. And what does this do? When you be and you do and you have. So when you be a lot, do a lot, and you're doing a lot and you have a lot, it allows you to become stronger and more sharpened so that you can sharpen somebody else. It's in scripture. Scripture. Iron sharpens iron. Let's actually go to that. Let's actually go to that scripture. Iron sharpens. Y'all know I always gotta have the truth for y'all, so y'all don't think I just be talking. Iron sharpens iron. Right here. This Proverbs 27:17, right? We're gonna read full chapter. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what today may bring. Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Stone is heavy and sand is burden, but a fool's provocation is heavier than both. Anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. One who full loaves honey from the comb, but to hungry, even when it When it is bitter, tastes sweet. So on, so on, and so on. I'm actually trying to get to the actual scripture. This is long. Here we go. A quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. That's the main thing right there. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. The one who guards a fig tree will eat its fruit, and whoever protects their master will be honored. Let's see if there's anything that we can relate this to. And when they head remove. Nope. Yeah, so that's the main thing right there. That's Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Sharpen yourself so that you can sharpen someone else. That's what this is all about. Like my guy Jim Rome's son. Touch something and leave a profit. Make sure that you leave it better than when you obtained it. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm up here each and every day, giving y'all game, giving y'all the messages that I receive and that I go through. Because each and every day I'm bettering myself, and the things that I see within myself, I want to give that game to y'all so that y'all can better yourselves. That's what this is all about. I love giving out knowledge. I love philosophy. You feel me? So that's what we doing. We sharpening iron. You are doing everything you can who you are. You are doing everything you can who you are. Myron was stating that statement means that you are doing as much as you can right now based off of the person that you are right now. If you haven't taken the time to research better financial tools and learning how to budget and things of that nature, or learning how to be more self-aware, self-improvement skills, like if you aren't researching these things and taking the time to enlighten yourself on these own things, you're going to be the very person that you are right now, a person that lacks self-improvement skills, a person that lacks independent living skills, a person that lacks the ability to understand finances. Instead of financial literacy, you're financially illiterate. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it takes, man. You are doing everything you can who you are. You are doing everything you can based on who you are right now. Point blank, period. If you could, you should, and you won't, and you could, and you should, and you don't, that equals disaster. If you could do something, and you know that you should do something, and you won't do that something, that equals disaster. If you could do something, know that you do something, or you should do something, and you still don't do nothing, that still equals disaster. Could, should, won't, could, should, don't equals disaster. And that's from my guy Jim Rome, man. They be kicking some ill, you feel me, philosophies and some ill bars, and it's free. You can just go on YouTube and type in self-improvement, personal development speeches, webinars, seminars, how to become a better you. And the becoming of a better you is so that you can be and do all the things that you want to do, and so that you can obtain and have all the things that you want to have, whether it's in the natural or the supernatural. I wake up every day and I say to myself, God, how you want to live today? You want to live in luxury? Yeah, I think we should live in luxury. I don't have the mindset of living in poverty no more. I know what that feels like. We ain't like it there. And that's poverty on the natural and the supernatural. And what I mean by that is not being as strong in the spiritual, and how that equates to not being as strong in the physical or the mental space. They all go inside. Mind, body, soul. They coincide for a reason. They like align for a reason. You need to learn these things so you know how to operate in every season, family. So that's what we got for episode 19, man. Be, do, have. Don't be, can't do. Don't do, can't have. Be a little, do a little. Do a little, have a little. Be a lot, do a lot. Do a lot, have a lot. The purpose of life is to become more. That's the principle of high level achievement or high achievement, or how to succeed in anything and increase your value. Right? And then we got right here, I'm going to read this actually. This is Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. Right? And it's Billy Carson, and he has how, ways to unlock your potential. I want to give y'all a little bit of solutions to unlock your potential, to unlock your value, so that you can start being and doing and having. Do you wonder why you haven't accomplished more with your life? Do you feel your great potential is locked up inside of you? Most adults relate to this idea. No one ever fully reaches their potential, but it is discouraging that so many of us never even scratch the surface of our potential. Are you ready to find out what you can do? Find out what you're really capable of accomplishing. Step 1, be bold. This is the number one tip for unleashing your potential in the world. Your limited achievements are likely due to the fact that you're timid. If you were out there doing your best each day, you would be too busy piling up successes to read an article like this. Stop caring about the opinions of others and show the world what you've got. Have bold goals. To live up to your potential, you need goals. Goals provide a direction for your energy and effort. Effective goals are motivating, which is great if you're going to set bold goals. Avoid overwhelming yourself. Goals should be bold but not overwhelming. Step 3, combine your strengths and interests. Do you really care about maximizing your chess playing potential if you don't enjoy playing chess? You have the most potential in the areas where you show natural strength and have a high level of interest. What are you good at that you are also enjoying? I also enjoy learning. So if I enjoy learning about, different topics, why not take that joy and relay it back to you all by giving you the game that I learned that makes me excited? That's a win-win. And I get to replay my own videos and watch myself talk about something amazing to help me remind myself about how great I am. Like, come on, that's a win-win-win. Get expert assistance. Some leading experts in the world still have a coach or mentor, right? The right mentor can help you to reach your potential faster than you can do it alone. Spend the time necessary to find a good mentor. Mentorships put your progress on the fast track. So I'm getting myself a nutritionist. Shout out to my shorty, my homie, my dog. Shout out to Natalie Dawes, man. I really appreciate sis. She's becoming my nutritionist. She studied this. I told her today, I said, listen, yo, I don't want to no longer eat, flesh anymore. I don't want to eat any more animal products. I want to strictly just juice and be on fruits and vegetables, because that's where I felt the best. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt amazing. And I know that she can help me on that journey, detoxing, going through those stages and those phases, and getting back to a physically stronger self, even spiritually. She's mad dope. And I would definitely recommend that y'all reach out to her and tap in with her. Natalie Dawes Natural Organics on Instagram, Plentiful Nat on Instagram. Tap in with her. Make progress each day. A small amount of progress accumulated over time could result in amazing progress. Avoid overwhelming yourself by setting a schedule or goals that you can't maintain. But be sure to make some progress each and every day. The amount of progress you can make in a year would be staggering. Big facts. Develop habits that help you accomplish your goals. Keeping with the same theme of making progress each day, your habits are those things you can do each day. An effective set of habits all but guarantees success. Examine your goals and determine the habits that would make success likely. The hardest job you have is creating habits. Once the right habits are in place, there is little else to worry about. Create an effective routine and stick with it. Determine your obstacles. Something is always in the way. It might be a lack of time, money, or other resources, right? Maybe you have a spouse that demands a lot of your time. Maybe you live in the wrong place. After all, to maximize your surfing skills in Missouri can be difficult. Create a plan for dealing with your obstacles. What can you do to overcome them, or at least minimize them? What do you need to stop doing? How can you alter your life to success more likely, to make success more likely? Expect success. Last one. If you expect failure, you're bound to fail. Why not give yourself the benefit of the doubt and expect good things? If you have solid goals, good habits, and a smidge of discipline, there is no reason to doubt yourself. That's big facts. That's a bar. Read that again. If you have solid goals, good habits, and a smidge of discipline, there is no reason to doubt yourself. And these are basic skills, y'all. Do the work, man. Making a few decisions, acting boldly, and finding a mentor are just a few of the things you can do to unlock your potential. Make today the day you start living at your highest level. What are you waiting for? So those were the 3 main tips. Make a few decisions, act boldly, and find a mentor. I mean, that's even in scripture. It said, come to the throne boldly, right? That's even in scripture. Come to the throne boldly. Come to the throne boldly. Let me see. What does that scripture say? Yeah, Hebrews 4:16. Like, I'm telling you, everything is in scripture. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. He didn't say come humbly. He said come bold. It doesn't say come humbly. It says come bold. Right? That we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. You in time of need right now. You're in time and in need of finding a better version of you. Seeking knowledge so that you can start putting action behind that. And elevate you and your family. Break away from generational patterns and build that generational wealth. That's the vibe that we on. You feel me? So I hope y'all got that. I hope y'all got that free game, man. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to day 9, 100 days of thought-provoking questions, and we're gonna get a pot of cheer. You heard? Appreciate y'all, man. It's much love, much love. All right, day 9, question 9. How do you deal with criticism and feedback? How do you deal with criticism and feedback? I'm gonna be real with you. I ignore it. I ignore criticism unless it's constructive criticism, because you're gonna have good and bad. So let me rephrase that. I ignore criticism and feedback if it's coming from people who I know don't genuinely want to see me elevate or grow. Like, I'm not gonna listen to a hater tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna listen to a hater, somebody who doesn't care about not only me but the message that I'm trying to get across to people. Why am I listening to them? They not a part of the, you know what I'm saying? They not a part of the wave, so it's like ain't no point of even listening to them. I'm not gonna take their feedback. I'm not gonna take their criticism. Now, if it's somebody who I wholeheartedly trust, somebody who I knows has a sound mind, comes in love, comes in peace, you know, and they speak with power and conviction, I know that the truth is coming from a genuine space, I listen. For instance, like a friend of mine, he was telling me, he said, hey man, when you're doing your podcast, especially when you're interviewing people, you need to ensure that, you know, both of y'all aren't rambling, that you have a sense of control in what's going on and what's transpiring in the conversation, so it doesn't feel like it's all over the place, so the person doesn't have to constantly retrack and backtrack themselves when, you know, they've probably already answered a question. That's constructive criticism. And I know that was coming from a genuine space because this person genuinely wants to see me grow and elevate and build. So that's how I handle, you feel me, or deal with criticism and feedback. How do you deal with criticism and feedback? Y'all leave y'all comments down below. Hey man, I appreciate y'all. This has definitely been a dope, 2 weeks, man. We in day 9, on this beautiful Saturday night. I had to record this a little late, but at the end of the day, I'm getting the content out and I'm doing what I need to do to become the best version of myself. This is greatness over here, baby. I've been putting in that work. I put in that work. Shout out Larry Jude. You feel me? Putting that work. I put in that work, man. I put in that work. And the more work and the more goals that I have for myself to work towards, like, I'm not trading my time for money no more. Because I've learned that money comes when you add value. When I add value to myself, when I add value to others. That's when it comes. So I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Hey, listen. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed always. Finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. The true keys to success. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn this up. Continue to put this on this For You page. You feel me? Continue to share. Continue to tap in. And I love y'all, man. Peace out. Yes, Zersky. Man, them vibes keep coming. Yes, Lord.
I gave them something to believe in. You know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision. They ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights. They said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike. I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations way past where them